The vacant Bantamweight title is up for grabs in the Cage Titans 73 co-main event with Nick Eldridge. Goes to war with Jacobo Apito. The 30-year-old standout has finished 5 of his last 6 opponents and looks to get one step closer to a UFC contract. Will Apito stop the hype train? Or will Eldridge stay undefeated? You won't want to miss this. Eldridge versus Apito.
Ooh, I like that new graphic we had at the end of that promo.
Never seen that one before, but coming up next, Jacobo Apito and Nick Eldridge. The undefeated Eldridge out of Nostos splashed onto the scene with his first round submission victory over Phil Bambino Locina last year, and Jacobo Apito, 2 weight class amateur champion, resurging in his pro career, riding a streak of 3 finishes into this interim title fight. Excitement on tap.
Yeah, this is a great fight.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this all night.
Yeah, I'm going to be losing my shit in a minute. This is as competitive a matchup as can be made. Nick Eldridge, just a cinder block of a human being, and
Yeah, and Eldridge, you know, he had a very successful amateur career too. He finishes fights. You know, he went to a decision in his last fight, but he has 3 TKO victories. He's got a choke. He's looked very dominant. His last outing here at Cage Titans anyway against Phil Locina, who's a very tough competitor. He was able to get his back and sink that. But we are talking about Mr.
Jacobo Apito here. With ourselves, Jeff Perez. Looks like Jake Manini in the corner. Roger Santos, fresh off his victory earlier today, repping back to basics. Also in the corner of Jacobo Apito in this title fight. He's a specimen to watch, a true artist in there, very creative with his selection of strikes and how he puts them together. And also that creativity bleeds into his jiu-jitsu game as well. Very unorthodox, but super electrifying to watch in all facets of MMA. I'm so glad he's resurged into his career and is making a run into it, because he's got all the tools to be something great. And keeping that craftiness and finesse is his keys to victory going into this fight.
I'm taking him over it. They came up as I was talking, so I'm just going through.
Right on cue then.
I know, it just happened, but yeah, he's a crafty veteran who is creative in his craft of violence, and the way he moves with that predatory finesse where he cuts angles, finds the kill shot, and stays with it. All of this being said, he sometimes feels bad when he hurts opponents, but he's got to keep that violent mindset in click when it comes to the business at hand tonight. Not worry about the well-being of your opponent, to collect a belt at all costs. And that's part of his mentality of just a good-hearted human being that Jacobo Apito is. But you're in there to hurt someone tonight, so get that out of the mind and stay focused at the task at hand, which is winning.
Yeah, we were in the booth together in his last outing when he put Cole Cameron out with those nasty elbows against the cage, and you could tell he was instantly remorseful, right? He felt bad. He came over to us in the commentary and he was like, "Is he okay? Was that bad?
Was that too much?"
Was that too much? We're like, this is MMA.
Exactly.
Yeah, you definitely got to get rid of that thought process in your head if you're going to go against a tough competitor like Nick Eldridge as Apito enters the cage now. One of the bigger stylistic clashes we're going to see tonight, just between the two of them, man. We talk about Apito's craftiness. You know, he's so slick on the feet with his submission attempts as well on the ground. But Nick Eldridge is one of those grinders, man. He'll just, you know, grind you, wear you down over time, and eventually find that neck, find the chin. I'm really interested to see how they clash here.
And these guys are large bantamweights, respectively. They're both cutting some weight to get to this limit. And Nick Eldridge is just a short, compact, dense human being at this weight class, where He doesn't need much to generate a lot of power, and when he does garner top position, he's seemingly impossible to shake off. So we're going to see how each one deals with the puzzle at hand in the form of their opponent. Jacobo Apito peacocking around the cage, awaiting the entrance of Nick Eldridge in customary Nostos fashion. They like going with Kid Rock a lot as a camp, and I can't disagree.
Yeah, who doesn't like to get into a fist fight coming out to some Kid Rock, right?
It's about as appropriate a fist fight music as possible, and I love every second of it. Nick Eldridge, the savage out of Nostos. As we mentioned earlier, Nostos just on a tear this year. Fell short earlier in the amateur title fight with Avery Poole, but looking for redemption here and another belt at the professional ranks for this interim Bantamweight title. Keys to victory coming up.
And he hasn't tasted defeat as a professional fighter. His keys to victory are to grind, right? He's got to slow down that flow and that creativity of Apito. You know, push him against the cage, make it nasty. The nastier, the better. And a simple word, smash, right? When he gets that top control, when he gets the back, if he can get the fight there, he needs to rain down with punches, try to set up submission attempts, and just make this fight dirty and nasty. Apito wants it to be clean. Apito puts the artist in martial artist, right? Eldridge needs to come out and be violent, be aggressive, be nasty.
Yeah, high level, high stakes in this one, man.
And high skills from both. I'm a huge fan of both. The moment is now. A lot of mutual respect between them, as they have to be, as they've seen the tape of each other and know the skills they're about to face. Let's tail of the tape for this co-main event. Title fight.
All right, tail of the tape for this one here. Jacobo Apito, 31 years old. Nick Eldridge at 30 years old. Apito 1 inch taller at 5'7" to Eldridge at 5'6", both coming in at 134 under the limit, and also both sporting a 67-inch reach. It's virtually identical. Let's take it, Andy, to make it official. This one's going to be a banger.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the next fight of the evening, brought to you by R.J. Olson, Plumbing and Heating. And this is the co-main event of Cage Titans 73 for the professional Cage Titans Interim Bantamweight Championship, scheduled for 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner, sporting a professional mixed martial arts record of 4-2. He stands 5'7" tall, and he weighed in at 134 pounds. From Cambridge, Massachusetts, he's representing Back to Basics. Let's hear it for Jacobo Kunga Apito! And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, sporting a perfect professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. He stands 5'6" tall, and he weighed in at 134 pounds. From New Durham, New Hampshire, he's representing Nostos. Let's hear it for Nick Eldridge.
Jones, the Bantamweight title. Big, fight clean, fight hard, touch gloves, go on out for it. Here you go.
Our referee for this interim Bantamweight championship bout, Scott LaPointe.
Let's go. We talk about all business at the All Show. It's all business tonight now.
I am shaking.
Let's go.
I'm fired up for this fight. We got Apito in the white and pink. We got Eldridge in the camo. Here we go.
Jacobo so fast, so good at cutting angles. Whatever
very
he
composed.
The thing I'll say about what Jacobo is whatever he hits you with, you don't know what he's going to hit you with next.
Oh, big overhand from Eldridge.
And Jacobo reacted, but he's got his feet underneath him.
I love the contrast in their demeanors before the fight, too. Apito's blowing kisses and waving and smiling. Eldridge looks like he's ready to kill somebody. But now they're both in it.
Another big right hand from Eldridge as he gets in. There's blood coming out of the nose of Jacobo Apito now.
Yeah, hit him with a nice straight right as he was entering in for that takedown as well.
Apito's got a very tricky jiu-jitsu, creative jiu-jitsu game. Eldridge is just a dominant wrestler on top. Apito's working right back to his feet, though. Fighting the hands. And he'll look to turn in if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, that nose is leaking.
Yeah, it's leaking pretty good. That was a solid right hand that Eldridge landed.
And that overhand he landed right off the bat, that kind of wobbled Apito for a second.
It definitely caught his attention there.
Caught his attention, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he's bleeding good.
Oh, I like how Eldridge was trying to finish that takedown initially. You don't see that too often, snaking behind the other leg there.
Yeah, getting the double after chaining a couple of single leg attempts there. And now he's trying to loop the legs together.
The Dagestani Mermaid.
Apito might have broke his nose.
Yeah, Eldridge is persistent with these takedown attempts and grinding them, as we said. That's his key to victory here, right?
Right, absolutely.
This is the grind.
Yeah, against the cage, we talked about that a little bit off air, actually, about him winning these type of exchanges, right? When he can put Apito's back against the cage, that in between, not quite on the ground, not the stand-up exchanges, but this grind. That's what we were talking about when we were saying the grind.
But this also opens up the clinch work for Jacobo. He's got a nice overbite and he's got the tie clinch and he reverses position here.
And some nasty elbows, I was just going to say.
Ooh, big knee.
Big knee.
Got a reaction out of Eldridge.
Eldridge did not like that knee.
No, he did not. He definitely got him back for that right hand he ate earlier. Another one to the body.
Going to the elbows again.
The Eldridge is buckling now. What a shift of momentum for Jacobo. Bloodied, not beaten, and now putting a hurting on Eldridge.
A little over the halfway mark.
Elbows up so fast.
And a little firefight there, and they separate.
Oh, big overhand again out of Eldridge.
Landed big. Jacobo definitely reacted out of that one. Oh, we got a fist fight on our hands now, boys. Both men have been hurt.
Another double lands for Eldridge. Snakes the legs.
Yeah, Apito turned the momentum there, but Eldridge stayed there. He took a deep breath, swung a big shot, landed it, and now he's right back in on these takedowns.
I mean, he's already got Apito mouth breathing as well. That nose is busted.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be breathing out of his nose for the rest of the fight.
Early adversity for Jacobo Apito, handling it well enough so far.
Got to respect the head pressure out of Eldridge there.
How about the power from Eldridge? He's doing a great job using his hands to get in tight and set these positions up, but the thud that he has in his hands, man, he hits hard.
Yeah, he's got those big overhand punches when he connects. But these short elbows from Apito, he's so good at these sneaky elbows, and he gets them up really fast.
And
right?
when he does land them, you see the reaction out of Eldridge. He doesn't like them. They're pretty nasty, short and sharp.
Eldridge did a good job of finishing that takedown by continuously circling to the back. He's got to work on keeping Jacobo's shoulders both flat to the canvas here.
He's in a good position now, side control. Apito's trying to shrimp out a little bit here, turning his hips to the ground.
I smell a lot of blood.
Yeah, I'm getting that copper smell as well right now.
Yeah, we don't have any on us yet.
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 Always a yet. About 30 seconds left to go in this round. Johnny Cupcakes, this has been entertaining.
Oh, Jacobo's in on a leg here. He's trying to go for a heel hook. He's got to get his leg free as Eldridge.
Yeah, Eldridge got that heel hook bite out. But that's the creative jiu-jitsu that Jacobo brings to the table as well. As Eldridge landed some good clinch strikes at the end of the round. Both men finding success in that fight. We're going to kick it to you at the start of the second round, Johnny, just because that was a barn burner of the first round and what we expected in this title fight. Both men have earned each other's respect, there's no doubt. I think we're cut into a corner right here. Corner of Nick Eldridge, I believe. Oh, here's the replay. Man, nice short elbows from Jacobo in that clinch. Getting himself on the scoreboard after his nose opened up a bloody waterfall from the right hands of Nick Eldridge. Good clinch work in there. Both men scoring profusely in this title fight, showcasing why they're here. Johnny Cupcakes Campbell, that was an entertaining first 5 minutes. Give us your thoughts.
What a battle. I just like to see Eldridge staying out of that clinch. Even when he's in the offensive position in the clinch, and he's somewhat vulnerable because of how dangerous Jacobo is. And Jacobo doing what he's doing as far as throwing strikes up the middle and utilizing the clinch game. I don't know. I would imagine this is like UFC stuff.
Yeah, I really couldn't agree with it. Just you're talking about the composure of the amateurs earlier in the night. You know, Jacobo broke his nose early and still stayed composed to score some offense in that round. And as Eldridge was dazed, he was able to come back in. So
Eldridge just waits to throw that big overhand, right? Look for him to throw that big overhand and probably shoot for the takedown right after.
And he's been timing Jacobo's kicks with it.
Oh, he rocked him there. Eldridge doing a good job of feinting it out too. Constant movement. Jacobo just shook his head.
Yeah, maybe that's frustration.
And he's breathing
right?
out of his mouth, man. His mouth is wide open. That nose has to be smashed.
It's never a good sign when a guy reacts after getting taken down, but he's right back to his feet, and Eldridge just tears him back to the ground here. Really good control. He's got one hook in.
Yep, good control out of Eldridge here, staying under the arm. Now looking for the neck. That's gonna get. Oh, that's in. That's in.
Eldridge is the new interim Bantamweight champion with a rear naked choke in round 2. After a bludgeoning pace in that first round, we knew this was going to be competitive, but once he implemented that top pressure, that's what we thought his keys to victory were winning the grind and staying patient with it and getting nasty with it. He bloodied Jacobo up, landed some good ground and pound, and he now collects another belt.
And it was really just a non-stop onslaught, right? When it was on the feet, he was throwing those big overhand rights. I mean, he connected with at least 3 or 4 of them, and it clearly hurt Apito. Probably broke his nose. He was controlling position against the cage. Apito had a big momentum shift in round 1, but Eldridge just stayed true to his game, grinded him out, got in that dominant position, landed some nasty shots, and was able to sink that choke in.
Yeah, it was a good game plan as well for Eldridge. Not only is that his biggest assets, right, the grinding pressure that we always talk about, but it's also the way that Jacobo fights, where he has that tall Muay Thai-esque-ish posture. Those overhands are going to find a home pretty easily. It was a great performance by Eldridge. Jacobo tough as nails to stick him through after that first round, breaking his nose early, it looked like. So, man, that was a great fight for how it lasted. And Nick Eldridge, new interim champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about that for a co-main event? Keep the noise going for these two. Referee Scott Lapointe has called a stop to this fight at 1 minute 1 second of round number 2, giving you your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke and new Cage Titans interim bantamweight champion Nick Eldridge. Reminder, the official Cage Titans after party will be taking place at Tavern on the Wharf, across the street from the back of the building. We're all in. See you all.
Nick Eldridge getting it done in dominant fashion, man. It was just relentless pressure, big right hands constantly,
stayed on him too. Just had that finishing instinct, and once he saw that momentum shift and he took that back, relentless with that neck take.
Yeah, he just knew what he wanted to do. He wasn't going to take no for an answer. New champion crown tonight. New shiny Cage Titans belt.
Well deserved, well earned. Nick Eldridge, the new champ.
New interim champ.